The Diabolical Life and Death of Ivan Sullivan. Listen up to the story of a man, a myth, a legend of glory. A man who gave me reason to believe again. A man named Ivan Sullivan. Oh, Ivan Sullivan was a lad, but not just any lad at all. Ivan Sullivan had one glass eye and he stood over 10 feet tall. Ivan Sullivan went to war with a full set of courage and all. Ivan Sullivan came back with 2 silver medals and 1 prosthetic ball. Ivan Sullivan had a voice that rang out like freedom's bell. Ivan Sullivan was no man's bitch, any man could tell. Ivan Sullivan's charming looks was why all the angels fell. Ivan Sullivan's fierceness was feared through the halls of hell. Listen up to the story of a man, a myth, a legend of glory. A man whose courage gave me reason to believe again. A man named Ivan Sullivan. Ivan Sullivan's hair was as red as the fiery sun, streaked with midnight silver like a wolf on hunger's run. Ivan Sullivan had bullets for teeth and a swordfish for a tongue. Ivan Sullivan had a harpoon for a leg and a dick that exploded like a gun. Ivan Sullivan had a groove that any man could dig. Ivan Sullivan drank Irish whiskey and danced an Irish jig. Ivan Sullivan's heart was as generous as it was big. Ivan Sullivan would be alive today if it wasn't for the goddamn pigs. Listen up to the story of a man, a myth, a legend of glory. A man whose life gave me reason to believe again. A man named Ivan Sullivan. Ivan Sullivan met Annie O'Connor when he was just a lad. Ivan Sullivan's friends were dead and he'd been disowned by his dad. When Ivan Sullivan looked in her eyes, life didn't seem so bad. Ivan Sullivan held the world in his arms, though she was all he had. Ivan Sullivan was on his way to ask Annie to be his wife, when 2 dirty pigs drew their guns and ended Ivan's life. In a report they claimed that Ivan brandished a knife, but all they found on him was a ring with the inscription, "My soul's eternal light." Listen up to the story of a man, a myth, a legend of glory. A man whose love gave me reason to believe again. A man named Ivan Sullivan. I put down my pen and I pick up my pints. I drink back my tears as I remember that night. The pain is so fresh, this I can hardly write. But Ivan taught me to never give up the fight. A laughter like his, there will never be another sound. A friend like him will never again be found. So fetch me a Bushmills and pour me another round. I won't stop until every pig is 6 feet under the ground. Listen up to the story of a man, a myth, a legend of glory. A man whose legend will never end. A man whom I will always call my friend. A man whose eternal soul made me believe again. A man named motherfucking Ivan Sullivan.